They go play action. Now Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
From the gun, Heineke.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
2nd and 10. Now Heineke. This one left side caught by Gibson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing Jones.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jones.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Jones throw caught by Tony.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down.
The Giants were able to trade back with Chicago and still land speedster Kadarius Toney with a 20th overall pick. This young flash out of Florida should help a Giants offense that was 31st in the NFL last year. And young quarterback Daniel Jones, he needs a target who can move the ball downfield. Toney excels at making guys miss in the open field, has a great change of pace, and picks up a first down with that catch.
Jones now throwing on first down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From the 39, Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on third and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
So that'll back him up 5.
Looking to throw. Heineke.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love.
And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
To throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 91 yards.
And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looking to throw. Jones.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing. Heineke. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Heineke.
Eluding the pressure right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, John Ross.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jones on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Heineke now. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Heineke.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw is Heineke.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. He can't hang. He's 19. Fire. Switch. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To the air again, Heineke.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jones hit and the ball's out. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
A final shot before break. Jones. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before break. Jones.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Jones on 1st and 10. They set up the screen to Booker. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw again.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, How about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 3rd down, Heineke.
This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Jones eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Tony.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Jones now throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Jones on first down. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. they're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. Well, they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Looking to throw again on second down. Heineke. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Heineke. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Jones on 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
A good pickup there, a 22. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now Heineke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Khalif Raymond there to make the grab. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
And this is caught for the moment. moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL.
Say so long from FedEx Field.